Wait a second, that's not part of the haul. Hi guys, back for part 2 of the massive haul saga of 2012, November, which happened in the month of November. Yeah. So basically this is just my random, like, I'm gonna say general YA, because like, I got some contemporary, some of this is fantasy, some of this is dystopia. This is a lot smaller than my last haul, so it shouldn't be as long as 18 minutes. I know that's kind of off-putting, but this is not a major reason why I'm doing it in sections, because this probably end up being like an hour or something ridiculous like that, and nobody wants to watch a haul that long, even though we love hauls. We all love hauls. I've also put in a fee. I got like 3 non-fiction books that don't really go anywhere, so I just decided to put them onto this, especially since I think you guys would appreciate this book, as I know most booktubers like YA, and this is one of these books is a very much something a average book reader would like. So we'll start with this. Got Dash and Lily's Book of Dares by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. Once again, muddling of names. I don't even attempt. So there's a bit of a grey there. But yeah. I don't usually go for like Christmas books. I kind of just whatever. But this sounded interesting. I like the whole concept of dare. Like it sounded interesting, and it sounded interesting. And I like the whole concept of like leaving a book of dares somewhere. Which is what I really got about it. Like, if it had just been a Christmas book, I wouldn't have touched it. This is Beeve by Sarah Cohn, and which basically it's about a world where there's no trees, and like there's only a pod, and only certain people were chosen to go in, and only the really rich can afford to stay in the pod. Is what I'm just summary. I guess I'll read a little bit about the actual character. Anna belongs to a Yeba group on the verge of capture. She's rescued by a Premium boy, this Premium, the ones who can afford to buy oxygen. They escape the pod, but with only 2 days worth of air outside, they unearth a conspiracy on the breathtaking scale. Breathtaking. Everything depends on their survival. Sounds interesting, but I didn't notice that awful pun. Breathtaking. Of course, what else were they going to use to describe it? Isn't that like cool? Wouldn't that be awesome in colour or something? It's like, I got 13 Reasons Why by J. Astra as well. It's been floating about and people saying this is quite good and interesting. Once again, it's a book that deals about suicide. Basically, a boy receives a package full of tapes from his classmate in first love who committed suicide like 2 weeks earlier. Paraphrasing here. She explains why there's like 13 reasons why she killed herself, and Kay is one of them. If he listens, he'll find out why, and basically anyone who gets this package is one of the reasons, or something like that. The foreign books I got second hand, and I bought them all from the same person. The same person that I got the Immortal series from, and the Morganville Vampires one too. Off eBay. Such a great deal. Yeah, I'm just, if you watch the other haul, I'll forgive you if you haven't watched part 1. You don't need to watch part 1. This is Everneath by Brodi Ashton. I don't know, I actually just got this because I was getting it with a lump of other books. 6 months ago, Nicky Brighton vanishes into underworld known as the Underneath. Oh, it's about the underworld. I wonder if there's anything like abandoned. We'll find out! Well, I will, and I'll tell you about it when I read it eventually. And The Grimps by Kagawa. In a not distant future, society has been decided into pure and crazy according to the results. The DNA test. When Anna finds out there was a mistake with our test, her whole world crumbles. Now pure boy Jasper is our only hope for civilization. But when Jasper disappears, Anna is distraught. She sets off his children to solve the mystery of his adoption, and doing so she uncovers some disturbing truths, but she so longs to love as she's never loved before. Interesting, I guess. This is a book that I wanted for ages. This is The Mortal Rose by Jen Campbell. The only thing about this is, like, the cover's bent. Horrible. Kind of a bad cover anyway. Like the ice cover, isn't it? Yeah, I saw this in Tesco's, but I didn't get it. If I had, like, no money at the time. This is the Scorpio Races by Miranda. Stiefvater. I know I'm saying this completely wrong. I just don't care at this point. I was really excited this because apparently there's no romance in this book, and I'm like, brilliant! Because I hate romances. Well, I don't hate romances, I don't know, I'm not really overly sort of romantic person. But I live off Slash. I do have another YA books, but I'm going to leave them for last, so I'm going to go on to the non-fiction. I saw this and it was kind of interesting. Actually, I almost couldn't find this in the bookstore. Weird Things Customers Say in Bookstores by Jen Campbell. Yeah, this just felt like a fun reread, and like I have you bits and bobs on it, so it just sounds like funny and like sigh moments from anyone who's an avid book reader. But yes, so I just got this because it sounded fun. Is This Just Me by Miranda Hart, and this is her autobiography. I don't know, like I kind of just randomly decided to get this because like it was £10 of Waterstones online, and I just thought, and it sounded good. For American, you might not know who Miranda Hart is. Basically, she's a comedian and she has a BBC One, you know, BBC comedy show, and she was once voted the British Queen of Comedy. We have queens or kings of comedy in Britain. And I know this is going to be shocking because you're thinking, yeah, sure, you don't seem like the crazy boy band type. And I'm not. I only like bands that are actually bands. Which McFly are. Basically this is McFly's, like, the band's autobiography, and they've like all co-wrote this, and it's Unsaid Things, which is like a song off their first album. Basically I've liked this band since they were like brand new, and you know, I love their songs, and like I don't care, even though they're really kind of teeny pop. I could say it's a sense of nostalgia since I've liked them for so long, but I love their songs. Except I don't really like their last album. It's just a little bit too dancey for me. But I love all the other albums. They're a great band. Check them out. Like, I don't know, some people kind of do describe them as the kind of boy band category, but they do like play their own instruments and they write their own songs. Good songs. And I basically got this. I'm not just getting this because I know like they do quite funny-ish things, and they're interesting people. I've like seen their things that they're interesting as themselves, and there's a lot of weird shenanigans and stuff in it, and a lot of personal details which really interested me in this. Like, yeah, that's why I bought the hardback instead of waiting for paperback. I don't know if my mum knows I've got this book, but she knows I wanted it. I hope this... Nah, she's not getting me anything Christmas, so it's fine. Otherwise that might be an awkward moment. And the finale of this haul, mini haul, part 2 of the massive Saga haul of 2012, which happened in the month of November, is John Green deluxe set of books, which contains 5 of his books. Looking for Alaska, Abundance of Caffeines, Paper Towns, and The Fault in Our Stars. And, you know, I did kind of had the idea, like, I'm not going to take them out of the box, but, you know, here they are. Hardbacks. I'm going to take them out of the box because it was really hard getting that on and off again. The wee slip thing. It was really hard to get that on and off. We'll get it back on. I mean, I took it off and then I checked them. I was going to say something else. Yeah, like, I was going to think I was going to go in, like, all the books that, like, I was also tempted to get Anna and the French Kiss and Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Pickens, because everyone talks about how those books are really good. But then I realised something. I don't like romances. And if that's purely what that's about, I might not like it. Even though I read chick fit books and I really like them, but they tend to have something else going on, and the ones I really like most of them, I think my favourite ones are more about relationships with kind of like about best friend relationships and sisters and mother relationships, going by my favourite sort of books I read. So that was kind of a random point. Yeah, but I was going to get them and I might still get them, but not on our point. Sorry. Yeah, but John Green! And I'll finally read Faults and Stars and see if it's as good as everyone makes out, or whether I'm going to be one of those. A lot of times I am one of the people that don't, things don't live up to the hype for me all the time, really. So basically, that's all for this section. Okay, bye, I'll see you next time. And remember, keep watching the shelves. Or skies.